The Cold War, a 45-year psychological and geopolitical drama that defined the second half of the 20th century. It wasn't a war of direct battles between the US and the USSR, but a contest for the soul of the world. As World War II ended, the US stood strong, but its ally, the Soviet Union, installed communist governments across Eastern Europe. Winston Churchill famously declared an Iron Curtain had descended, splitting the continent. President Harry Truman faced a stark choice: another world war or unchecked communist spread. He chose containment, aiming to stop Soviet expansion until its internal weaknesses led to collapse. The first major test came in 1948 when Stalin blockaded West Berlin. The US responded not with force, but a massive logistical miracle, flying in supplies for nearly a year until the Soviets relented. American confidence shattered in 1949 when the Soviets successfully tested their own atomic bomb. The US no longer held its unique nuclear advantage, ushering in a new era of fear. While projecting strength abroad, America was gripped by domestic paranoia. Senator Joseph McCarthy fueled fears of communist infiltration, leading to witch hunts that ruined countless lives. This was the era of backyard fallout shelters and duck and cover drills for schoolchildren. The constant threat of nuclear annihilation became a daily psychological burden for American families. In 1957, the Soviet launch of Sputnik, the first satellite, shocked America. This humiliation ignited the space race, prompting the creation of NASA and a national push for scientific dominance. The world held its breath in 1962 during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Soviet nuclear missiles in Cuba brought the US to the brink of war, averted only by tense negotiation and a secret deal. With direct conflict too risky due to mutually assured destruction, superpowers fought through proxies. These distant wars became battlegrounds for ideological supremacy. Korea became a brutal police action to save the South from communism, ending in a stalemate that persists today. It marked a painful lesson in limited warfare. The US plunged into Vietnam to stop the domino theory, but it became a devastating quagmire. The war tore American society apart, fostering deep mistrust in government. By the 1980s, President Reagan took a hard line, labeling the USSR an evil empire. He initiated a massive military buildup, betting the crumbling Soviet economy couldn't compete. Reagan's gamble paid off as Soviet leader Gorbachev's reforms unleashed unstoppable forces. In 1989, the Berlin Wall, the Cold War's ultimate symbol, was joyously torn down by crowds. On Christmas Day 1991, the Soviet flag was lowered for the last time. The Cold War ended, leaving the US as the sole superpower, forever reshaping its government and creating a permanent national security state.